All right. So my name is Justin Jones. Today we're going to talk a little bit about digital citizenship, explain the importance of online safety, and then towards the end we'll get into an actual lesson where we will talk about the legislative process. But for digital citizenship, guys, the whole key is to learn about online safety, the things that you should and should not do online. That way, when you have interactions online, those can be as safe as possible, and you can protect not only your privacy, but protect yourself, protect others, and treat others the way that they need to be treated. So what we will do first, I've got a short video here. Got a short video here that explains a little bit about digital citizenship and what that means for us. So we're going to watch this video, and then I'm going to ask you a few questions. All right?
DMing, posting, recording. They're all ways we use technology to engage in our digital world. Sometimes it's to share a funny cat video, complete a school assignment, or to keep in touch with our friends and family. Other times we use technology to innovate, collaborate, and create. Whatever your purpose, you are a digital citizen. And as a digital citizen, you have the power to utilize technology to make positive change and engage in a community well beyond borders. Digital citizen is more than a title. Like the saying goes, with great power comes great responsibility. A good digital citizen uses technology responsibly and appropriately. Just like being a citizen of your local community or country, there are guidelines and expectations that a digital citizen should live by. You may not realize it, but whenever you use the internet, you leave behind a digital footprint. That means that every time you leave a comment, share a post, send an email or message, use an app, or browse the internet, you're leaving a trail of your online history. This history has the potential to be seen by others, family and peers, teachers, college admission officers, and even future employers. It can also be tracked in an online database. Now, this footprint isn't like one in the sand that quickly gets washed away. A digital footprint follows you for the rest of your life. So consider how you want to represent yourself online. Take a moment to think before you post. Ask yourself, is it kind? Will it hurt someone? Are you sharing too much information? Does it follow good etiquette? And would you normally say or share this in person? Digital citizens also make safety a top priority when using technology. Would you walk around town carrying a sign with all of your personal information on it, like your full name, date of birth, phone number, or address? No. So you shouldn't do so online. To protect your identity, some good safety measures include making your social media accounts private, never sharing your account passwords with anyone, and not clicking on suspicious pop-ups, links, or emails. You can also protect yourself by not accepting friend or follow requests from people you don't know, some of whom may be out to do more harm than good. Digital citizens are critical thinkers and have good media literacy skills. Technology helps to make information instantaneous, yes, but this has made it difficult to know what sources of information are credible and which ones are fake news. Here are some ways you can spot the fakers. Pay attention to the URL. If it ends in .lo or .com, .co, chances are it's not a legitimate news site. Analyze the article. Grammatical errors, incorrect dates, bold claims with no sources, and sensational images are some big giveaways that the information may not be true. Dig deeper. Learn more about the author of the article and the publishing source. Do they have inherent biases like corporate ties or political affiliations? If offering information is missing altogether, that is another red flag. Cross-check the information. Go to fact-checking websites to see if other credible news sources are reporting similar information. Do a reverse image search. This trick can reveal if a photo has been altered or has been used in an unrelated story. Being able to recognize what news is legitimate and what isn't will not only make you more informed, but it will also reduce the spread of misinformation. Okay, so let's recap. What does it mean to be a good digital citizen? Well, much like your reputation, preserve your digital footprint. Exercise safe practices to protect yourself and your identity. Be mindful of the information you share and who you share it with. Be kind and follow the golden rule. Treat others how you want to be treated. Help others who may have less access to technology so they can also have good media literacy skills. Think carefully. Don't take information at face value. Analyze the source of the information to determine if it's legitimate or not. As technology and our access to it continues to evolve, it's always important to revisit and amend what it means to be a digital citizen. What other qualities make up a good digital citizen? Let us know in the comment section below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel.
All right. So after watching the video, what are some of the big takeaways that we took from it?
So everybody who has any kind of device or anything is a digital citizen, and everything you do on the internet leaves a footprint that can be traced back by friends, family, and employers. And when we're on the internet, we have to watch out for fake news, and we can check fake news by checking the URL, analyzing the pages, learning about the publisher, fact checking, and doing reverse image searches.
Sure. So it's very important to consider whenever we use the internet, all right, we need to make sure that the things we're doing are safe. Okay, like I mentioned on the video, make sure the websites that you're visiting are safe and appropriate and have correct information on them. We have to be able to fact check things because you guys know in today's world with AI and things like that, you don't know if pictures are real, you don't know if information is real. So we've got to be really good at being able to pick that stuff up. What else do we pick up?
The main thing I thought was you gotta watch who's trying to follow you. Not everyone's trying to follow you is always trying to be nice or do the right thing. They're always trying to tear you down. You also gotta watch from what you're posting and how they would react to it.
Right. So social media is a big thing, especially for you guys today. And something that a lot of people don't realize is when you apply for a job one day, they can search everything you've ever put on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, and they can go and look at that stuff, even though it's completely unrelated to that job. They're going to look at it as a risk. Is this person worth hiring? Are they going to be doing some crazy things on the weekend or even on a work day that might hinder them from doing the job that they're supposed to do here? So you're right. You got to be careful who you're friends with. You got to be careful what you post and the things that you do on social media. What else we got?
Really just everything that they said and just be responsible.
Being responsible. I think that's the best word we can say for handling anything online, any programs, websites. It's just being responsible with what we do online. Now, the reason why we covered all this is because at the end of this lesson, you guys are going to work on a digital product that's going to be used on Canva, which I think you guys all know what Canva is. And so I just wanted to go over this to make sure we understand exactly how we can look up information, look up reliable information, go to safe sources, and be able to do all that as a good digital citizen. All right, going on to the lesson now. So we say all this, our lesson that we are going to cover is all about the legislative process. Okay, can anyone tell me what they think the legislative process is? Andrew?
The legislative process is how an idea for a law gets actually put into law.
Right. So the general idea of it is someone within our government comes up with an idea of what they think would be good for our country, right? And so they turn it into what we would call a bill, and then that bill goes through a long series of steps to eventually become a law and then be signed by the president, and it becomes a law. Okay, so that's what we're going to focus on for this lesson is that process that our lawmakers go through to create a law. Okay, now to give you a little background information, not many laws are passed. Okay, very few laws are actually passed. If you'll see in the year 2007, 2008, only about 4% of laws were actually, or bills were actually turned into law, and that's over 10,000 were introduced. So you're looking at about 400 laws that actually, ended up becoming law by the end of the year. That's a lot of documents, right? And some of these laws you got to think are, 50, 60, 100, maybe 200 pages long. And so it takes a lot of work to write those bills and then to get enough support to actually get those passed and sent to the president's desk. Okay. So as we go through, we're going to look, I'm actually going to take you to a chart right here. This chart is a great visual representation to show you each and every step that a bill goes through to become law. Okay, so as we go through this, if you'll notice at the top, there are two boxes that talk about where the bill is introduced. Okay, and as it's introduced, that means someone came up with an idea for something they thought would work. Okay, and then they have to introduce that in front of either our House of Representatives or our Senate, to where then that bill has to gain support. Okay,